Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Motivational Mondays. I have here with me the lovely Rhonda at the Pink Diva Studio. Yeah. She's looking beautiful tonight, and I hope everyone else is doing great tonight as well as I definitely am. I'm sporting something I bought at one of these live sales because instead of selling stuff, I've been buying up everything, honey.
Oh my. Well, I was buying too. I wasn't buying anything for me, but I was buying.
Hey, some of it's meant for me, but when I saw this one, what does it say over here? It's dripping or something. I mean, I'm trying to figure out which one of my arms is moving. It's this one.
That one.
But it says dripping on it, and I don't know. I had to have this when I
It's
saw
cute though. It's
cute. But I still got a little belly, y'all. Still,
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm working on it. I remember I saw this morning because I finally started setting my alarms for all these, events that I want to be at, like 10
Right.
at 6:30, because what I'll be doing at that time, I'm usually listing. So I had to set my alarm to go off. You know what I mean? So I'll remember to go. But the affirmations and stuff first thing in the morning, that's where it's at. So y'all, if y'all have y'all affirmations in the morning or some type of vision statement or something, do you have like a vision statement that you do, Rhonda?
Well, the first thing I do, even before my feet hit the ground, honey, is thank the a man upstairs for the wake up.
Yes.
And pretty much I go from there into my meditation because I meditate every morning.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily have a specific one. Sometimes it's the prayer jabaz. Sometimes it's just speaking my wants into existence or over anything that I have going on. So that's kind of how mine goes. Now I do have like about 5 or 6 or 10 affirmations written down because one morning, honey, I thought she was speaking directly to me.
Oh.
And I was like, let me just jot these down. So I do try to keep some of those and go over them because throughout the day, sometimes even if I just take a break, it's good to just kind of recenter yourself.
Yes, indeed. I mean, the meditation is the only one that I'm doing it in the very beginning of the day in the morning. I actually have to set my watch and do like 2 minutes, but I haven't built up to like 5, 10. I can't meditate for a long time. So I think I'm going to take Tanya's advice and go ahead and start doing the guided meditation.
Well, yes. I mean, that's how I started. That's how I started. Actually, I started using the app Calm.
Okay.
And so that's the app that I still use it. But it takes time at first to get going with that because our minds are so used to being in chaos. We're just all over the place. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this, we're thinking that, we're thinking this. So once you can, just even if it's for the 2 minutes, just when you feel your mind just kind of drifting, just kind of bring it back in. Because it just takes that constant practice of bringing it back in and your breathing. That's what you have to focus on instead of focusing all about that. Just focus on your breathing because breathing is a big part of everything we do. Actually, of course, we're breathing, we're walking, but it also helps us to calm ourselves down before we tell somebody off or just calm.
Or before you flip somebody off while you're driving. That's me.
Right. Right. Instead of being like,
right. I'll be in the car just acting up.
Yes, child. I know. Honey, I used to be the same way. But yeah, it's good to just meditate. You just have to start out slow and find out what works for you. But those are just a couple of tips that I did when I started meditating.
Yeah, that's helpful. I might have to get that Calm app. I just wanted to go through some of the comments and say hi to everybody that has joined. Hello to the lovely Tiana.
Hey.
Tanya's in the house. So ready for this. Love you both. I love you too, Tanya. I really do. That's why I said, I got to come to these affirmations because she has ones that I don't have on my list. That I'm doing mainly the same ones every day, but I am going to make it a point to start switching them up a little bit week by week, like just like a little phrase or something, like every day, something like that. I want to say hi also to Penny. Penny's in the house. love Penny. And
Yes.
Jules, Lisa, Jules, Robin's here. Thank you for joining. Thank everybody. Thank all
Yeah. Hey,
the
Jenny.
everywhere but hanging
Hey,
with us.
Tasha.
Jen
Hey,
is here.
Tonio.
Okay. Oh, okay. Talking with Tonio. Tonio done popped in here right quick. I appreciate
Yes.
you. She says she finds Tia
Oh,
says she finds nightly meditation at night helps me relax and sleep. I use both Calm and
yeah.
Headspace apps. I mean, I have used the YouTube, just regular old YouTube videos, but no,
Oh, yeah.
it
No,
wasn't
girl.
working for me because what would happen is that alarm wouldn't even go off in the morning, but that was at another time whenever I wasn't doing right. Let's just put it like that. Because when you
Right. Uh-oh. Did we freeze, y'all?
get a routine and you can area of the house. Am I frozen? Look, did it freeze up? Because it's storming over here in
Uh-huh.
Texas.
Oh, well, it's cloudy over here. It's cloudy.
It just cut up on me. Yeah, it just went out. So I hope it doesn't go out on us. But anyway, I want to say hi to the rest of our friends. We got Tasha's in the house. I was like, wait a minute, Sugar Bear. Terry's in the house. I appreciate you joining too.
No, they're not. This is the Empowered Women shirt.
Oh yeah, they were talking about this little sweatshirt too. I have one like that too, but it's not exactly the same. But I probably got it from the same place. She says, "Rhonda, are your initials embroidered?" No,
I'm
but
not that bougie yet, girl.
okay. I said, give me a minute. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Trying to come up with these little T-shirt design, a little something, something.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that we were talking about in the clubhouse just a minute ago. We were talking about the weight loss group, which right now I know I wanted to definitely touch on the weight loss stuff. Maybe you can just give, if there's anybody in here that doesn't already know Rhonda's weight loss story, there might be a few people in here that doesn't know. So will you give everybody just an idea of,
Let me see if I can give y'all just
little
the cliff
something.
notes. The cliff notes. Remember that from college? Just give the cliff notes.
Okay.
Well, my highest weight was 464 pounds. I have since lost, thanks to weight loss surgery, I have lost over 200 plus pounds. Now I'm at the point where I got to a point where I plateaued, so I couldn't really lose anything else. But then the Rona hit, so now I gotta lose a whole 50 pounds. But I gained like 28 pounds during Rona. So that just made it 50 because I still had some to go. But at this point, I just have a plan that works for me. I had to kind of jump start it again because, like I said, I had plateaued. So I'm doing that. I can definitely tell you if you're starting any type of program, of course, you want to do what works for you, because everybody's plan doesn't match, everybody's lifestyle and body and whatever that other thing is. What do they call that? Metabolism.
Yes.
Yes, because mine is like a turtle. Yours might be like, a rabbit. But mine, I don't know. I don't think I really ever had one that was fast in the first place. But I tell you just to follow whatever feels good to you. If you're working out, continue to do that. I am trying to put together something where we can have a little Zoom workout because, again, if some of y'all know, some of y'all don't. My knees suck, so I have to be really careful doing any kind of exercise. But I do recommend it to those, who do. I lost 70 pounds before weight loss surgery with no exercise at all. But again, if you're as large as I was, then I think that the weight would come off easier. Now, I don't know which one I would have preferred, for it to come off easier in the beginning or to come off easier now. Because, honey, I tell you, trying to lose these last 50 is like pulling teeth.
Okay.
But I'm sure
Always the last few
it's
pounds.
always. And I'm just like, come on now, come on.
Yeah.
Because I have other surgeries to go. But it's been about 2.5 years since I did that. And I am thankful that I was able to have the weight loss. I know some people think that's the easy way out. And I would be like, So cutting yourself, they're cutting you open to minimize your stomach area. So that's easy. No, I don't see anything easy about that. So,
Okay.
I for people who want to get weight loss surgery, I always say don't let the haters talk you out of it, because people will tell you, "Oh, you don't need that. You aren't that big. You don't look like you weigh that much. Oh, that's just the easy way out. Just go to the gym." Now, to all those people, I said, "Well, yeah, if I could have done it myself, I would have." But I have
Right.
exhausted all Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig. I have it doing it myself. The
Yeah.
cookie diet, the egg diet, what else?
Keto diet, all the diets.
All the diets. So I did what was best for me to save my own life.
Right.
So that's what it was all about. I chose myself. I chose to get my quality of life back. And now, it's still a work in progress. But that's okay. I'm good with that because I'm 200 pounds lighter. I lost a whole human,
Okay.
not to mention the other human I lost, but we won't go into that. But, I just think that if you want to do it, do it. Don't let anybody talk you out of saving your own life or doing what's healthier for you. Because in
Okay.
the end, you're the one walking in your shoes, not anyone else. And I'm proud of the people who are in my Healthy You group because you guys are rocking it with the step challenge. Y'all are doing it.
They are really
And
helping me with my steps too. Like I'll be on the workout thing. I'll get my workout in regardless.
yes, I mean,
Actually tracking everything, and then the steps too. That's really helping me to get the steps in. So the
yes, yes.
accountability group is really helping me out. I wanted to say hi to Regina real quick. She's
Hey,
driving.
Regina, be
Shout out.
careful.
Hey
Yeah,
girl.
I just think that
Yeah.
you guys are doing fabulous. I mean, you keep me motivated to stick to my plan. Of course, now I was out in those sources streets, and I ate a taco and I shouldn't have because I suffered from that most of the day yesterday. But I just say that today is a new day. I'm back, I'm back on it, and I don't plan on doing that because once my body stops eating fast food or any,
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't. You
Yeah.
know.
It's like it resets it and then rewires it, and then you trying to put it back in there. It's like,
Yeah, it's like no,
no.
not today.
Right.
But yeah, so the
Yeah.
healthy you group is on Instagram. It's IG chat, and I tell you, there's so much accountability within the group, so much motivation. Everyone is lifting each other up. About getting their steps in, their food in, whatever recipes. I mean, it's just not all about weight loss. It's about self care, self talk. Self love, loving yourself. So I just, I do the challenge. This is the second week of the challenge. So I will, after I announce the winner and all that good stuff, we'll start another challenge,
Hey,
because I
Margaret.
think that we have to challenge ourselves sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, Margaret girl.
No doubt about it. We definitely do have to challenge ourselves. I think that's where you find out really what you're made of. Like I was saying in the engagement group earlier this morning, I've been making it a game. Every time I don't want to
I
do
love
something
that
that
you
I
said
need to
that.
do, oh, honey is getting after it. Okay. Like I'm getting to it. And I'm like, and then I'm getting more done that way as well, because sometimes you just don't feel like it. But I understand if you don't feel like it because you really need a break. That's one
Hmm.
thing. It's not that you don't feel like it. It's like you tired because you done been going and going and going. You are mentally, physically, you're exhausted. That's that on that. You
That's
need
it.
to take a break at that point. But I'm talking about you just don't feel like doing it. You would rather watch TV, or even if you rather read a book. Because me, I'd rather just watch another informational YouTube video. But because I'm always trying to get more information in, or either go on there and try to support other people. You know what I mean? Like watching
Yeah,
videos and stuff, because that's entertaining
I
and
totally
supporting
get
at
it.
the same time. So you know what I mean? It's a twofer.
Yeah.
So that's one of my favorite pastimes.
Oh
But
yeah. We should all be every day. We should all be listening, looking, and learning.
okay,
We should be doing all those things. We should be listening if we need to listen to a podcast or YouTube in the background,
okay,
learning. We should all be looking around, looking to see what we can learn, reading something. And we should always be learning. I mean, you should learn something new every day.
absolutely. I think you have to be thirsty. really, when it comes to putting knowledge in your, in your bank. You got to
Yeah.
keep doing that. That's going to be
Yes. You do
it's
have to be thirsty for that. I mean, I'm all about the education.
okay.
I'm all about it. But I think that, sometimes we have to, just include that as a part of our day,
Yes, like I
to
love that
get it
so
in. I
far.
think we just have to include that, be intentional, include that as a part of our day.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's at night for me, sometimes it's in the middle of the day if I take a break, sometimes, well, it's never in the morning. I'm not going to tell that lie. It's either in the, it's in the,
What would
it's
you say to the people that say they don't got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that. What would you what would you
everybody.
say
I'm gonna say everybody got time for
they
that.
ain't got time
I
for
think
that?
that if you are thirsty, I think if you're hungry, that you will learn. You will reach out to someone, ask them something. You will find somebody. Who would you recommend that if I want to learn how to do XYZ? Oh, so and so, so and so. I think reaching out to your other PFFs, your other friends, whatever it is. I think that
That's
we all have time. Whether you put that YouTube and just keep on doing what you're doing, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna absorb something. you
okay.
know, Put your ear pods in or your headphones. I'm old school still. I still got headphones. But, I mean, put them in, listen, list, do whatever. You can do
Yes.
it. You can do it. You can multitask, honey. If I can watch soap operas, write descriptions, list, y'all can do the same thing, minus the soap operas maybe, but
I'll
y'all
be
can
on
do
the
the same thing.
I'll be on the chat and be getting the listings done right here
I
next.
have been, I
It's
have
like
been
the rest of my listings right
I
here. So
have been in
look,
Clubhouse on this
like,
phone,
yeah,
watching somebody on my other phone, or I'm listening. So either way it go, when it's time for me to say something, I'll pick up the phone. Okay, blah 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 blah. Put it back down. Go on back around listening. It can be done. It's a matter of what you want to do. How you run your business is your business. But if you're hungry enough, you'll find a way to make it happen.
and that's I like that you said that if you're hungry enough, because some people don't know, like I said that. I think I was talking to my sister earlier, and I was like, they're lost. They don't really know really what they want to do. And I said, well, those people probably need a vision statement or something, or at least a why are you
Mhm.
doing what you're doing? And then if your why is not waking you up out the bed, and that's not enough for you, because it's enough to wake me up at 4 a.m. Now I know you're not a morning person, but for me, I get up
Sure, not at 4 a.m.
because
But
my day is over at 4. I have to go
right,
to my
right,
daughter at 4 o'clock,
right.
and I need an hour break because I'm trying to balance everything, and I have to take breaks in between. So therefore,
Mhm.
I don't have actually the whole day like that. So I've scheduled out my day and put time limits on everything, or blocked off times for the listing and all that kind of stuff. So I need to get up early, and I know what my why is, and it
Right,
gets me up. Okay,
right.
and if
And
it
I
ain't getting
and
you up,
I
it ain't
agree.
strong enough. Okay.
I agree. Well, well, you know what? I just don't get up that doggone early. Not
At
because
some
I'm not
point,
hungry. Look, not because I ain't hungry, but it's
not
just
at all, just at some
yeah,
point, like whatever your time is. Because some people are
yes,
night people, but I'm talking about people
yeah.
that just don't have they don't
A
have that get up
schedule.
and
They
go.
don't have
Yeah,
the mindset.
right, right.
That's what it is. You have to have the mindset because let me tell you, sometimes now I will tell you this, that sometimes my thoughts will wake me up like it did this morning. I knew what I had to do. Now I knew I went and sourced all them doggone clothes. And I knew I had to get up and start cleaning those
Right,
clothes, going through them, doing all this. That's what woke me up because you know what? That was nothing but money sitting in there.
right. It's
I
a
had
money.
two full bags of money. So, you know what? What I got to do? I got to get up and get at it. So that was what I did today: cleaning clothes, washing clothes, washing clothes. I mean, I still am not finished, but it's okay because I finished enough to pull out so I can list something later. Because technically, I'm off work. I try to stop work no later than
Right.
5 or 6, depending. But since I don't have anyone that I need to go and pick up, I don't have anyone, just me, I can be a little lax, but I still stay on my schedule. If I'm listing that day and I'm listing, if I'm taking pictures, I'm taking pictures and doing comps and writing descriptions. I have certain days to do certain things. On Fridays, I want to do the least amount of work as possible.
All right.
I try to cut off by 3 o'clock. Anything I do after I get off work is fun.
Okay.
Anything like this, fun.
It's you
you
just
know
right.
yeah, but I just am a late owl, so I stay up late. So I don't tend to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I probably could only had an hour or 2 hours sleep. So, so
Hey, that was me. I used to be the night owl, but I just figured that this way that I'm actually getting more stuff accomplished because nobody's calling me. Nobody needs anything at 4 a.m. In between 4 a.m. and like 6:30, that's when I'm getting those listings and stuff like that done because it's just easier. There's no distraction.
And
I
I
don't
think
know.
we all have something different. I think we all have a different way to do things. I think it's geared more toward early mornings for you all who have young children and things like that, or just have that mindset. Tired, honey.
That's
I
true.
stopped
Right.
having that mindset of getting up in the morning because I've never been a morning person. I was forced to. I had to go to school, so I had to get up.
Okay.
I had to go to work, so I had to get up. But now, over the years, I just settled into, this is my time. And
Hey.
when I started Poshmark, I still was acting like, oh, I hadn't settled into it yet because I didn't think I'd still be doing it.
Yeah.
But now after I came up with a whole schedule, a whole new inventory system, it made my life so much easier.
Yeah, I will say that inventory system for me really helped me out as well. Want to say hi to Zach. How you doing?
Hey, Zach, what's happening?
Tina says, yes, keep learning. Don't become stagnant. I listen to podcasts and audiobooks all day. You and me both. I mean,
I can't
sometimes
do the
I'll
audio book.
go over the book again, like, because I walk almost every day. I'm going to take a walk
Right.
at some point because it's like you were saying about the breathing. That's so serious. And when I go outside and connect with the nature, it's just like, I don't know.
Right. That's when you put your deep breath in and all that. When the weather is good, about Texas weather.
Okay.
When the weather is good, I go outside, I sit on my patio, take my phone. I can, check and see if I need to send offers to likers, have my coffee if I want to out there and just, soak up some of that vitamin D, honey. Because,
Okay.
you just need that in your life. You need to have some fresh air in your life because, here in Texas, honey, we used to this air conditioning.
Okay.
So, it's too hot in Texas not to have air. So,
That's
we get
that.
accustomed to that. So we have to go out and be one with nature.
Okay. I got a little trail too. Like sometimes I go on it,
Oh,
but
that's cute.
it's getting kind of late now. Sis can't go
Oh,
up there.
oh no.
You never know what might be lurking.
Yeah, yeah. We want you to be safe while you're trying to be healthy, honey.
Okay, I'm like, I ain't trying to get snatched up. Don't
Uh-uh.
come back,
Oh,
But no,
yay, Jules.
Lisa said that
Yay.
she is cooking some healthy tacos while listening to us. Tacos, y'all, I can eat tacos every day almost.
I can
I don't know why. I just
too.
love tacos. You are so right, Rhonda. When you want it, you make it happen. Facts. Like
Yeah,
you just
it is.
just is what it is. Tiana says, I love the healthy group.
Makes me sick.
Healthy you group. It is amazing. Even though I am not in the group, you're not in the group post. Oh, not in the group post. Individual makes it
Well,
is motivating.
Precious, do you want me to put you back in the chat? Just let me know, honey. Let me know.
Oh,
I'll put her back in the chat.
steps
Let me
and
do it right now. Let me go get my phone and put her back in the chat.
we getting it. Look, hey, as long as them gummies ain't around, them gummies will get her.
Baby, or those Oreo donuts, honey. Because that girl loves her some gummies.
Look, I'm a sucker for some gummies too, but I think I like
I
the
don't
high
do the
chews.
gummies.
I like high chews. I don't know. Have you tasted those? Do you know what those
Uh-uh.
like little high chews? They kind of like Mambas. I don't know if you ever heard of Mambas or Starbucks.
I have
Yeah,
heard of Mambas.
but they're like lighter
Oh no, Margaret.
than Starbucks or not Starbucks.
Starburst.
I love me some Starbucks. Oh,
I love me some Starbucks, honey.
No, don't get me started
I
on
just
that.
finished some Starbucks while we were in Clubhouse.
Okay.
Because what I do is I go get me a venti. I'll drink half of it, put the other half in the freezer. Because I don't need to drink all that at one time, so I split it up.
I'm drinking it all at one time, and I'll be lit.
I used to.
I'll be ready for the day.
If I get a venti, no. But if I get just a grande, I can kill that. Oh, Margaret, I'm sorry.
I'm just now reading it. I'm sorry, honey. But I do, I think everybody's actually been, now it's not the same as what it was. I'm not saying don't take it seriously, but most people that are getting it at this point are getting over it. I thank God for that, instead of, so many people passing from getting it. So that's good.
Right. Take care of yourself, Margaret.
Yeah. The Tina says the Healthy You group keeps me motivated and convicts me. I think twice now about what I'm eating and why I'm eating it. That's so true. I like that you're thinking about that, because that's, again, it takes me back to my statements. If I'm saying these statements every day, like I'm healthy, I eat right, I look good, and I weigh what God wants me to weigh. That's in my morning statement. Okay. So, look, I'm weighing what God wants me to weigh. But if you're
look, I'm gonna have to tell the Lord, like, look, can we compromise? Because this is not, I know you might want me to be this size, but I just need a little extra gone. And then we're good, okay?
I'm tickled. Okay. I was like, you know what? I have to, but it makes you think about it, though. It does make you think about what you're doing, and just having the group and the motivation in there, and especially with the food, because I'm not the best with the food. I will go and get me something to eat. Bye.
Tiana, I tell you, I don't know what I would not do without this light of joy in my life called Tiana.
Sour gum. Every time.
Girl, no, the next statement, honey, that she just made. Oh my gosh.
Oh, down here at the bottom, I'm gonna read it in a minute. Margaret.
Oh, that's smart.
She gets the Trenta with no water, and then split it in half and add water to make two.
Okay, that's smart, Margaret.
Okay.
You can't do that with the coffee, Margaret.
I get some kind of frappuccino with sugar-free vanilla. It is so good. It's a espresso frappuccino. That's what it is, with sugar-free vanilla and whipped cream. Gotta have it. But girl, do not put me back in the group. I am on the one posting steps with a quarter.
Matter of fact, I believe she did that the other day. She had some ice cream, and where you walk posting steps with ice cream.
She said she is the stumbling block for the people that's doing right. Aw.
Don't put me back in that group. Because it won't fail. She'll be posting ice cream with steps. Everybody think, like, oh, if we're walking, we can eat it.
I had to make sure I didn't put my mess ups in there. I'm like, no, let me not put this cheese pizza in there.
Well, and you know what? Why not? Why not put it in there, though? Because, see, that's nothing that you eat all the time.
Right.
So if you're eating something like, this is my day to eat this or whatever, then that's fine. Because really that's just you owning that you ate it.
Okay.
So I mean, we have to, own that we ate, just like I own that I ate that taco and stuff at Dairy Queen. Had no business, but I was hungry. That's shopping wears you out. You get hungry, work up an appetite. Okay. But I owned it and then some. But why not just say that? I mean, there's nothing. I definitely was going to share with y'all about what happened, but here's good as anywhere.
Okay. Tina said, Tiana, you had me cracking up when I saw that post, had me on the way to get me some cookies and cream. Then I remembered the size of my hip. Hey, that's me too.
Well, at least she was still motivating you not to go get those cookies.
My favorite ice cream is like gelato, and it's Talente, I think is what it's called. I don't know.
Girl, I have not tried that.
It's so good.
And I saw a commercial.
Some of the places you can go get the ice cream from in the mall. I was like, man, I should have just stopped by the Walmart. This little bit of cup is $8.
Could have got a whole pint or a whole gallon, actually, if it was on sale.
It is really good, and that's what I normally get whenever I do want to have a little cheat or something like that. I get the Talente.
Well, I have never tried that, but I did see a commercial for it, and I was like, you know what? I have never tried that ice cream. But I think the thing that keeps me from trying is too much chocolate. Too much. Every time I see one, it's chocolate, chocolate, chocolate.
Oh, they have like mint, pistachio. They have like different.
I don't like mint, and I only like pistachios to eat, not an ice
I
cream.
think they have a vanilla, but that ain't my thing. So I probably don't even know if they even, like
Right. See,
I like the cookies and cream.
mm-mm.
Like
I'm pretty simple when it comes to ice cream. I like vanilla or vanilla bean and
they have that.
butter pecan
They
and
have that.
sometimes
Yeah.
cookies and Oreos or
Yeah.
cookies and cream. That's what they call it. But since I haven't had any of that, I guess I'm not liking nothing right now.
That's what I was gonna say. I haven't really had any of it either
Hey.
lately, anyway.
Right, right. I steer clear. I just can't because I being at DQ yesterday. I was like thinking about. I was telling Doreen. I was like, man, there wouldn't have been a time I wouldn't have come to Dairy Queen and I'd have had some
Okay.
of that soft ice cream and been a happy camper. Mm-mm.
Okay, you and me both. I said, you know what? I had to get out of doing. What she say? Hold on, let me read the comment
There y'all go.
that I took from what Rhonda just said. My ice cream favorites are safe around her. We definitely are able to hang out
We are definitely able to hang
there.
out because
Okay.
I do not do the chocolate ice cream. Ugh, I just can't. I'm not a big chocolate person. I have to really, really want it.
Not on the ice cream, but I like chocolate. Like I just like
I like
chocolate.
chocolate. I like chocolate and caramel. Those are
Yes.
that's yeah. That what is it? Giraldi? Is it Giraldi? I like that
Yeah.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Um, and then on the lower end is that. On the higher end, I do like Godiva.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
but and in between some M&Ms, honey, just the plain.
okay. Just plain on M&Ms, no peanut.
I used to love those. But then one day I switched and I think when I was on my weight loss journey, because they had those, the little mini uh snack packs that you can give out for Halloween.
Right, the little pack.
My doctor's office gave me one day, and I was like, I don't really like these, and I let them sit for a while. And then one day I was like, well, I want a little snack, so I ate them. I was like, these are kind of good.
This is yummy.
Mhm, this is yummy, and it was just enough in that pack to serve my needs.
Right.
So
That's the key right there is
yeah,
just
that's the key.
smaller packs. Um,
Hey, Queen Bee.
Limpy's in the house.
Whoop
Hey.
whoop. Queen
Right.
Bee.
But yeah, so I was gonna ask you though. I asked just about everybody now the same question. I'm gonna ask you. I asked Janine the week before last. But what do you do when your motivation runs out? The motivation is gone. What do you depend on when that runs out?
I just depend on me because really and truly, I do. I mean, I know that when I get to that point, I should have stopped in a long time ago.
Right.
I should have
Yeah.
just taken a day and just to regroup. And that's one of the reasons why I stopped working on the weekends, is because working steady like that 7 days a week for me wasn't working because I found myself just running out of steam.
Okay.
And when I kept, keep trying to uplift myself and be like, okay, you got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And I would eventually get it done, but it seemed like it would take me forever,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. And so that's really one of the reasons I kind of stopped working on Saturdays and Sundays is because by Fridays, by Friday, I'm pretty much done. I'm done looking at clothes. I don't want to look at clothes. And also with me being a coach, I have clients Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. So, that takes a toll on me as well because, then I'm all up in here Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays
Right.
and plus doing the reselling and things. So I figured that the best way for me to serve anyone and serve myself is to just take those 2 days and just rejuvenate.
Right.
That's why I say I'm really big on self-care and self-love, self-talk and all that because I think that we can do self-care any day. Any day we feel like we need a little self-care, we can disconnect and go ahead and do that or go out and do something or just take a breather at our own homes. It doesn't matter where you do it as long as you do some. But I think that really helped me to just rejuvenate, give my mind time to just say, "Woosah,"
Yeah,
because we could get so busy and so wrapped up in everything. And by the time we're tired or drained, we've missed the point where we should have stopped. We just keep
so
pushing ourselves to do it. And sometimes that's not good. Some people can work like that, but I've gotten to the point where now I need to work smarter than harder. And if smarter makes me taking off Saturdays and Sundays, then that's what I have to do for me.
exactly.
So I think that whatever, I mean, a lot of people, have all of us, not a lot of people, all of us have a different destination we're trying to arrive at. And we might arrive at that destination differently, but we also know when to put it in park and take a break. We all need to know that. I mean, it's just healthier for you. And I don't care how old you are, we all need to let our mind rest from the day to day. If not, we're not going to be good for anybody. We're just going to be like crapping at everybody. What you say?
Everybody
What
just,
you do?
I think you hear that word self care, and you think about a massage, or you think about maybe watching some TV or relax, whatever your relaxation technique is. But I look at it as it's not just going and getting a pedicure or whatever, but it's
No.
also it's the balancing. I look at it as
Yeah.
balancing as well. You know what I mean? Not just relaxing or whatever. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
Because that's
It's
like
not just going
self-care.
out to get a pedicure, man. Don't
Right.
get me wrong, honey. I love a good old
Do
pedicure,
that.
and I surely love to get my nails done. And but I mean, all of that I do, keep my hair done, keep my nail. That's me on a normal any given day. But when you tend to push everything, shut it down, shut this down, get up, remove yourself from the situation, take
Okay.
a break. If you need an hour, 2 hours, you need a whole day, take that. Because just like Soulfully Naomi, I say it all the time,
Okay.
honey, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you've gotten to the point where you have nothing else to give anybody, you got to pull it back. You got to rein it in,
You have to.
because I have to constantly uplift myself, pour life into me, so that I can sit here and pour life into you all, and which
Exactly.
is something that I don't mind doing on a regular
Okay.
basis, which I try to do on a regular basis. But if I had nothing inside me to give you, I would just be sitting here like a bump on a log.
Facts.
So I think that we all need that rejuvenation. We all need to just take time for ourselves. Honey, go get in your bed, light a candle, just lay there. Put a towel, a little mask over your face, and just lay there. And it's so hard for us to do that. But once you have just experienced the worst burnout possible, you will realize that you should have started earlier, and you will realize that you have to continue on taking time for you. Again, it's all about choosing you. Choose yourself sometimes.
That's why, as he said, no exceptions. She's taking Saturday off. That's it.
That's that's it. That's all.
It's a wrap. It's off.
Who gonna check me, boo? I mean, I mean nobody, because
Okay.
I try to, now, like I say, I always say that I'm off,
Hey,
but
Ella.
that doesn't mean that I'm not engaging. I'm
Okay.
engaging. I'll engage all day long, all night long, because
Right. Right.
that's fun for me. I don't mind engaging. You get to meet some new people, all this kind of stuff, ask more questions, all that. But when I shut down I will not, if I post once, that's doing something. But most of
That's
the time
what
I
I'm
just take
saying.
time. Yeah, most of the time I just take that day and do whatever I want to, because it's good for me, makes me feel good, and then it's good for whoever I'm passing it on to.
True. So speaking of your,
Hey, Ella,
yeah,
Ella.
Ella.
I tell Ella, I say this all the time about her. Every time I hear Rihanna, when I hear that name,
Me
I
too. I just think about the
Ella,
umbrella.
Ella. I know she's gonna be tired of me. She's gonna be. I wish that girl would stop saying that about me. But
Wait,
I love it.
Wendy. Let's see what Wendy would say.
Hey,
I wish I could take the weekend off. I have to be at work at 4 a.m. Saturday and Sunday is my only day off from the post office, so I use those
Oh,
things to batch work. You are a you are a hard worker. We all
yes,
learn
yes.
a thing or two after you work like that. I know when I had my regular job, I mean, I was working overtime there too, so it was really hard for me to keep up with reselling as well. I wasn't listening to anything because after you don't work 40 plus, then you do 20 more. I'm sorry, but I ain't got nothing else. You got
Yeah, and I think
nothing else.
that I think Wendy, even so, even when before you get started for your day, I just think that you have to take that morning time. If it's nothing but by yourself, have you if you drink coffee, get you some coffee, just have some downtime, just kind of, you know, relate, release, and all that good stuff before you dig into reselling. Because there, even the tiniest moment of peacefulness can help you. That's the tiny moment of getting your mindset right will help you make it through the day. So
That's so
yeah,
true.
you gotta find that time.
And what you were saying earlier, some of y'all might have missed it about the negativity, or if you get like a negative thought that pops in, you have got to counteract that immediately. For me, I try to do
Mhm.
something immediately. Let me change what I'm doing, because if you're busy doing something, you're not even thinking about that. So I just go
Mhm.
ahead and do something else, and usually that's something positive or whatever. You could be like, you could, if you got clutter. We've been talking a lot about this clutter situation in the clubhouse.
Right,
Go
right.
and
But
clean out a drawer or something. Do something that would be positive real quick, and it'll get your mind. It'll snap you right out of it, so you don't let that
exactly.
sink in and let that thought resonate and actually have it be something you're really thinking about.
Exactly, exactly, and that's so true. I mean, but that comes with training our mind. That comes with
Yeah,
training our mind because we can let that negative. Oh, I can do that later, or I can put this off, or
right.
what? No, bring it back in because where are you going to fit it in? I know me. I can't fit it in if I've already set up my schedule for the day. Now, life does happen, but in you deal with that when it happens. But if it's because of me that I'm doing it, then I need to check myself.
Okay. That's true.
Like, what are you doing, girl? You know you need to get that done. I said,
Okay.
you
It's
just
just the
gotta.
I can't thing. Like, I have a problem. I don't even know if it's in my that vocabulary anymore. I might not be able to get everything done. That's the case
Hmm.
that I can't do. I might not be able to get everything that I want to get done today. Let's just be real.
Right,
If I'm
right, right.
unrealistic with my expectations, heck no. And I've done that. I mean, I think I was here, like thinking that I could get this much done. Then when you try to go do it, you was like, dang, I can't actually function at this level. And then it's like what you said, you end up with the burnout, and you didn't realize that you was gonna hit burnout until you started being burnout. So
Right.
I'm saying,
By the time you realize that you're burnt
right,
out, you
yep,
are past due to
yep,
have stopped. And so that's in all of us because sometimes we don't recognize it right away until something happens, until we just feel like, I just got to go lay down. I just gotta, and they were mad. We got an attitude. Why I fish that? Why, So that's where all of that comes in. It's just really too late. It happens to the best of us. But if you're intentional and you're not putting all this pressure on yourself, because you can make this list, don't overload yourself with a list. I
right.
mean, I'm
I
not
was
talking
like,
about
put
writing
so
down
many
15,
square.
20 items to
Yep.
do in one day. I mean, what? Where they doing that at? So, I mean, you just have to take the time. Write you maybe four or five things. And then at the bottom, sometimes what I do, I put a little line there. At the bottom, I might add two more. Now, if I finish
Right.
those five,
Then you can do it.
then if I'm still up to it, I'll go that. If not, that's my next list for the day.
That's what I had to learn to do. Exactly what you just said. I was writing down too many things, and I think it's because I was task oriented from being a manager working in retail. They give you 60,000 things to do, and you try
Right.
to go tackle all of them. You know
Yes.
what I mean? And some days I was successful, and other days I didn't make it. So I started doing that in my personal life. But what I realized is when I was working there, I dang near had a mental breakdown because it was just too much all the time. All
Mhm.
this stuff all the time, meeting after meeting, and then all these tasks all the time.
All the
You
time.
know, you
Yes.
got to have some kind of break. And so, not to mention where I was working. But anyway, just retail in general. Okay, hello.
Yes.
You know
I
what
worked retail probably 3 days. It was way too much for me. I think either you have it or you don't. I didn't. So
I mean? Well, hey. I think my first job was KFC. And after I did that, I did like call center work and throughout college and stuff like that. And then I went into management and I stayed in management for a while and did daycare and stuff like that. If you had to go back to one of your old jobs, like in the past, do you have one that, if you had to, what would it be? It's just interesting,
Actually, I was a nail tech for over 25 plus years, so I would gladly go back to doing nails. And if I wasn't doing that, I would go back to customer service because I was a customer service team leader back in the day, child.
You definitely have a voice for it, for sure.
Yes, I would do either one of those jobs gladly because that's why? Because it's dealing with customers, and that's one of my favorite things to do.
Right. Same here. I actually like it. I know Tiana surprised me. She was like, I am not trying to do nobody's customer service. She said, I ain't trying to fool around. But I guess because I got so used to doing it as a manager too, you kind of have to, and then you're managing people and you're managing all these different personalities and they're all motivated differently.
Right.
So
exactly.
You don't have no place but to get to know the people, and then you actually end up cracking jokes later because you're like, girl, she wasn't about to, you know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, honey, that ain't her style. You know, trying to
right.
And you don't know her. You know,
I tell you, honey, look, and again, that's all about organizational skills.
Yes.
So then you got to draw back on that. Then team management, team this and that and all that. Yeah. But I really enjoyed customer service. Actually, I really worked. When I think about it, I did have a good team that I worked with, so that was great. And doing nails, I mean, I loved my customers. They were really good to me. And I'm just gonna keep it real, honey. Around Christmas time, honey, I was looking for that, honey, because those bonuses was what
Okay.
You know. But yeah, I'd gladly go back to either one of those. But I'd have to have my own nail shop now.
Yeah, that's what I said. If I was to go back to anything, I would do the daycare actually, but I would do it at home, and not in the center because I can't do what I really want to do. And I like to spoil my kids, and my kids are actually mine because, like they're still kids, you know what I mean? Like in a sense that I have them for so many hours a day. So when they're here, they're pretty much like family. Like I treat the kids like mine.
I mean, I thank God for the daycare that I had that was available to me when I had my daughter, and especially when my granddaughter was born. They were amazing people. Oh my God, they treated those kids wonderful. Brianna loved them to death, and I was happy.
Okay. Yeah, the home daycare for me, that's pretty much where my daughter grew up, but that was my mom's daycare. She had one, and then I ended up rising up and getting one too.
Right.
Take away from that management role. I said, I'm about to go bonkers. And then you went from one thing, and you went to dealing with the kids. But the kids, I don't know, for some reason they give me so much more life. I don't know. Working with the kids, I would rather babysit literally the kids than the adults.
Right, exactly. I get you. I mean, I love the kids, honey. Even though I just have one daughter, have one granddaughter, I'm only child. So we just kept that going right there. But I tell you that I love the kids. I mean, they just bring so much to you. And they aren't judgmental. Not at that age. They just they just love you. And
she's fat.
Yeah. I had that happen to me one time with a child. And the mom was so embarrassed.
Right.
And I was like, look, at that point, it was a whole different me. So I was like, I fight kids too. But yeah, they can be. But I think that falls back in the home. And so don't get me talking about that because, I think that you raise your child up to be respectful.
Margaret says she loves to hear all the wise words. And then she said she'll ship her kids to me for a little while.
Yeah, she knew who to ship them to, child, because look, my patience is not long for the children. I love them.
Well, listen, I only have one, so it's different for me because at
Yeah.
home I'm not dealing with he told my toy and all.
Yes. And
I
that's
don't
what
know
I
about the
felt. I was
Telltale
like,
games
whoo.
on it.
I didn't
Yeah.
have to go through that. Huh? And I guess my parents were excited as well because they were like, look, we don't have to hear all that. He said, she did, he did. It was just what she do now.
That sounds like fun,
For
Tina.
me, what she do now?
She said she was an executive assistant for a regional
Yes.
manager. That seems like fun. You get to travel and stuff. See now
I
that
would have loved to have a job where I traveled.
right. As long as I hit some items on my list, I'm okay. I don't get anything on the list, or if I don't get
Oh,
anything on the list done, is when I
yeah.
panic. Right. If you don't get nothing done, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah. If you don't get anything done now, girl, what was you doing? Because you take the time to make the list, so you got to do something off the list, but you can't pressure yourself about doing everything.
right, right.
That's the key, is just you can't pressure yourself. That's why I love the schedule, because some people like to take
Yeah.
the picture list, I mean, do the description, then you got a list, and then you want to do all that in one day. I don't want to do all that in one day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
You're
I
saying
don't want
you want the whole process in one day.
I don't want the whole process in one day, because I started out like that, and I started feeling like, oh my God, beat the clock, So
Right.
I had to split things up and do something each day, and that way that's my plan that works for me,
Yeah.
because I don't keep a huge stock of inventory. I will go out and I'll buy mass amount of clothes, and that lasts me for a while. After that, I can just kind of rotate things around. Now I'm back with lists perfectly now, so now I can
Yeah.
cross list easy, and it doesn't take me long. So a little cross listing, a little, I'm not a big relister. I think I asked about how to do that, and I was like, yeah, well, yeah, no, I'm not a big relister. So, I just have a certain way to do everything so that I can go through it and get it done.
I'm gonna have to agree with Azzy when she says 20 items is the goal. But yes, Rhonda, good points. I mean, as long as for me, if I get what I try to do is at least get five. And the reason why I have to do that for the most part is because at this point now I have VAs. And so if they don't have anything to do, now they're only going to be able to relist. I tracked my sales over the past 2 weeks because most of the work that they did over the past 2 weeks was the relisting because I didn't have all the new listings ready. So now my new goal is to try to get ahead and have like 10 to 20 items and be ahead. So that way I
Hmm.
can roll out another 10 tomorrow and another 10.
Right.
And they're rolling out the new items versus the old, but I'm also trying to train them on how to build a listing. So I don't
Hmm.
have to do all of that work. Cause I mean, I'd rather be the one cross posting. You can build the listing and I'll go back in and cross post.
Right, right, right. Well,
That's easier.
I only do 5 a day. That's it. I'm only doing 5 a
Good
day. I'll do
word. That's
25
a
a
good
week,
number.
because see, it's because I don't keep a whole slew of inventory, because one, I don't have the space for it. So, like these clothes, I broke them down. I got enough to last me. I think I have enough to last me a good month, and with 5 listings every day.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm good with that, but that's enough for me. And I have a smaller closet, and I like my closet to be small. I
Right.
don't need 500 items in my closet. That would irritate me.
I do understand that. I do get, but I think the highest I ever got up was like 400 and 450 items or something like that. But when you get to that point, the good thing about that is, for me personally, anyways, was you're selling at least 10 to 15 a day. So I was
Right.
like, I think I do want to get back up to 455. You know what I mean? Like, so I can get back
Well,
to that 10 or 15 a day. That's that good money. You know?
and I used to
Yeah.
be, when I first started, I was like, oh, please let me have 200, just 200 available listings. Okay, so I figured, as low as that is, you get there, but right when you get there, you'll sell like about 5 or 6 items, or 10 items. Then that puts you back. Then you gotta list more items to make up for that, and then some. So that just got to be a vicious circle for me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna put on here what I got, and wherever I am, that's where I am.
Well, we are a little bit over on time, just a little bit, but I do want to respect all of you, all you entrepreneurs, and even if you're not an entrepreneur, I just want to respect everybody's time. So we are going to get ready to wrap it up. But I wanted to ask you one last question, and that is, if you won the lotto or was able, just had the money that you needed to have to do whatever else it is that you want to do right now, what would you do with all that money? Like, like what would be your thing? Like, how would you use the money?
I don't know. I definitely believe I will travel because that's something that
Mhm.
was big on my list to do in 2020. We all know what happened there.
Right.
So I think I would definitely travel. I would invest because now I'm all hyped up about investing. So I
Yeah.
know I would do that, and I would definitely see what I could do. For a community. We have such a great community. People are really helpful. People really don't mind helping you if you need something. So I really think that I would. Uh,
$1 million. Look, $1 million.
$1 million.
Decent
Well,
amount
down there, I'm definitely gonna be traveling and investing. And
of
look, if you're in my rotation, I'll chunk it to a little change. But I tell you that I really would try to help. I really would
Yeah.
want to be of service to others to kind of help them because there's so many people out there who even resellers who struggle with getting inventory, or
Right.
might need something, a tool, might need a listing service, might need a ring light, might need some,
I like that.
I would just want to give a little something back, because I try to do that anyway sometimes, I just try to give something back besides just me.
She just
But
said buy 2 cars.
buy two cars. Oh Lord. Well, I might throw me a car up in there, honey, because right now I don't even want a car new. But I might definitely throw me a little ride up in there. But when I'm gonna drive it, I'm gonna be driving.
Okay.
I'll be putting people to work, the VAs to work. Everybody gonna be working this
Okay.
job,
You get a
honey.
job. You get a job. You
You get a job. You get a job, honey, because I'm out. I'm traveling.
Yeah, because she said she would like pretty much, as it said, she would buy a house and then invest in employees to automate as much as possible. That's what I'm working on right now,
Hmm.
actually,
Hmm.
is
I
getting
think that's a
part
great
of
idea.
automated so that you can do some of the other things that you want to do so you can keep going, basically. You know what I mean? Like you can do other things.
Oh
No one
yes, throw
wants
a
to
big part.
stop.
Oh yes,
I'm
yeah.
gonna throw a big party
I
for
would definitely do something like that because you know what, honey, it's time to just kind of to come together, but we want everybody to be safe and doing it still.
okay.
Yeah, I ain't out here in them streets trying to outrun Rona.
I'm gonna do a throwback party, period. So even if you want to dress 60s, you want to dress 70s, 80s, or 90s, or 2000, but you can't go up into the 10s and the 20s. You got to stay back a little.
Right, right.
But you know, can't go that
Well,
far. But
I
listen,
know
we got a wide assortment right there, 60s all the way up to like
I
2000.
love it.
That would
I
be
think that's
great.
a great idea. I had a 80s party when I was turned 40. So that was really fun. But yeah, I would love to go to one, have one or something because last year I turned 60 and didn't get to have a party. So this year I want to do something.
That would be fun to do a party. If you decide to do a party, you let me know. My sister's good at planning and stuff. Hey, we'll make it happen. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
you bother me about money again. Okay.
Okay. Because look, Keisha, when I used to say, don't let me hit because I'm gonna distribute this money here, give you some, give my daughter some, give my granddaughter some. Now don't y'all go on. Now go on now. Don't
Now,
come back
don't be
asking for
coming back.
don't ask me for nothing else because you're cut off. Once I hand this money to you or cut this check,
She
you're
said
done.
they'll be back. Look, she said they'll be back. That is true. When you give it to the people that don't know what to do, you could give them any amount of money and they're gonna be coming back. They don't know what to do with it. That's that on that. You know, those people you just have to give whatever you feel like you want to give to them because you know they're not gonna
Yeah,
do it.
yeah. Because I just as good as I said that, I knew my daughter would come back and ask me for something else.
Okay.
But I did this, but I did that, but I told you not to come back.
And one other thing, since you are the weight loss coach, and I don't know if
Well,
they
come on to Dallas. Come on to Dallas,
do
girl.
need some help with this weight loss, then definitely reach out to Rhonda. She can help you out. She has personal coaching services that she actually offers. So if you need some help with getting that extra couple pounds off, you holler at your girl.
Yes, walk on into my DM. Do not slide because that's reserved for other things. But walk on into my DM. But because I tell my clients, you know what? I don't sugarcoat it for you. I'm not the huggy, squeezy, comfy, cozy coach, but we're gonna get it done. And I'm on this journey too. I'm not about that life where I got mine, you get yours. No, we are. I'm with you. I'm walking the same journey as you. So, it's not about that. It's about us both getting healthy, regaining, our quality of life. And, that's what it's all about. I'm a root for you, honey. I'm a root for you. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I don't mean that literally now. But I'm your biggest cheerleader.
Okay. That's facts. I mean, it is nothing better than having somebody that, kind of knows your struggle already. So hey. She said,
Keisha, I got you,
let's
honey. Girl,
go.
I got you. Got you. I'm rooting for all the girls in the healthy you group. I'm Lisa, lost 16 pounds. Everybody got their numbers today. I got to get you yours because it was confusing me, but I figured it out. And, and I'm so happy for everyone who's in there. I'm proud of you guys because you guys are making it
Okay, me too. And I'm just so glad that the group exists. Because,
happen.
I
I
was
am
sitting over there
too.
thinking because I wasn't really posting a whole lot in the group. And then I said, you know what? No, we're going to kickstart this because I do need to focus more on this. So I said, nope, I'm going to stay right on in there.
Yes. Well,
Put my post in there.
well, I
You know?
definitely thank Terry. I definitely thank Terry for it because it was a talk that I had with her, and I was going to go one direction, and she was like, "Now wait." And
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
so I appreciate her. But again, I'm proud of each and every one of you guys that's in there. And if you do want to join, like I say, this step challenge ends on the 15th. And I'll be a couple of days, few days after that, we'll start a new challenge. So just DM me and I'll be happy to add you to the group so you can start in time. If you just want to start now, come in and if you just need accountability, we're here for you.
I'm in. No,
Yes,
okay.
we got you.
So, also wanted to let y'all know where y'all can find Rhonda. She's on IG at the Pink Diva Studio. And where else can we find you? Oh yeah, your next show is. Are you doing the Hump Day tomorrow or let me see
Oh,
tomorrow
girl,
Wednesday?
I was like, what's today?
Wednesday. I'm trying to get it jumping already.
Well,
Wednesday.
Wednesdays, of course, every Wednesday you can find me on Instagram, 1 p.m. Central, 2 p.m. Eastern for brunch with Diva,
Yes.
and which I love to do. Love brunch with
I
Diva.
love that show.
And every other Wednesday, which this Wednesday will be that Wednesday, I'll be on my YouTube channel, the Pink Diva Studio, doing Hump Day Happy Hour. There's 3 hosts, 3 guests, and we just have y'all just have to
No
come.
time.
We give away prizes. It's unscripted, as I like to say, because we talk about whatever falls out. Whatever it is, that's what we talk about. There's no particular topic. And we love audience participation. So it's all really, really fun. And I actually am going to be opening up Brunch with Diva in July for those who want to be on the show. Next month, I'm booked up because I'm having a special show. Having a special Brunch with Diva next month.
Oh,
So in July,
cool.
I'll be taking bookings for July.
Okay. Yeah, me too. For July, for Motivational Mondays, right now, I don't have anybody scheduled, which I normally do, but I don't right now because I'm normally booked a month out. But because I'm moving
Mhm.
coming up, I may or may
Oh
not.
yeah.
It might be spontaneous. You know what I mean? I might have to just pop up with a little spontaneous.
Right.
So it's not going to be scheduled because I don't know. You know what I mean? So it'll kind
Right.
of be like by ear. You know what I mean? Versus
That's
actually having
smart.
people
That's
sign
smart.
up. And so I said I'm
Right.
gonna block it off, and then if I find that I just want to do a special show or something like that, then I'll just reach out and I'll just do it. I might even do a little pop up Instagram one. You know what I mean? Because I haven't really been on
I
Instagram.
know
So
you
I might
haven't.
get one for Instagram because I do miss doing Motivational Mondays over there. But it just the format over
Oh,
here, I do like
do we
it a little bit
appreciate?
better, but I do miss my people. So you can catch me back over here though on Motivational Mondays every Monday night
I
now at
know.
p.m. Central Standard Time. Had to cut it back, on the time, but 6 p.m. Central
I
Standard
love
Time.
it. I love
Yeah,
the time.
me too. I do because the sun hasn't even went down. If I need to go back out and get another walk in, get that good air, I can still do it. You know. But
Right,
anyway,
right,
thank you
right.
guys so much for tuning in. We are going to go ahead
Thanks,
and
everyone.
go. And thank you for being my guest. I really, really
Thank
do.
you for inviting me. I appreciate it so much.
It's always a pleasure and an honor. All right. Well, you loves have a good night. And remember to be someone that makes everyone around you better. Bye.
She said.